racks, run another one.
Always something creative. I was making up a game. I was making up a song. I was making up something.
Yeah, and like you're part of like his label is Umbrella label, right?
Yeah.
So
One umbrella.
I'm sorry. What's the
One umbrella.
One umbrella. Okay, so watching him in this industry, going through and like rising in these different levels that he's rising in, right? What lessons have you learned from watching him, or maybe that he's passed on to you?
I've learned. My brother's very humble. There's been a lot of times when he's got attacked by certain different, like, you know, like people asking him certain questions in order to take him out of his humbleness, and he's always been that humble person. That's one thing I'm not sure if I could say I learned from him, but it's something that we've just been taught and that's been instilled in us, is to always be humble. And that part about him I admire, because he's never that, you know, rah, oh my God, I'm going to attack this person because of that. Like, it's always a humble thing.
Yeah. Well, like even with your writing and everything now, right? Like you're working on a full project. Like what do you have working on right now?
Right now, we're just busting out singles.
Okay.
This is the plan for now.
Yeah,
I do have plans to make a project later on in the future, which will most likely be an EP.
Okay. And what's your writing process like? Do you like go in, you hear beats first and then you start writing, or do you have songs pre-written and you're like, yo, I'm looking for beats for these?
It's usually like both ways.
Okay.
I have tons of songs that are just formulating in my brain at all times.
Where do you draw your inspiration from?
Everywhere. Every feeling and emotion that I feel, I try to get that down. Like if you piss me off today, you might hear a song about you, you know?
Yeah.
No, but like I just like to get all like the feelings that I want to scream out. I'd rather write that down and put it in a melody and like that. Other than that, when it comes to like listening to beats and stuff like that, I'll hear a beat and then I'll close my eyes and I'll hear in my head what flows need to be on it.
Yeah.
And then I'll put words. Luckily, I'm always thinking of words.
Yeah.
It's not too hard to put words to the melody. Usually I try to think about what the beat's saying to me.
Okay.
And if I get like certain vibes off of that beat, whether it's like a sad vibe or a happy or mad, that's what I'll go off of. But it's usually for me hearing something deep within my soul, like as I'm listening to the beat of how I get it going.
Okay. And like as far as like with what you got coming up, like you have a video that I see right now, right?
Top in the morning.
We ballin'. All my bitches important. All my bitches imported. That means all my bitches is foreign. Ride around and we rollin'. All my lines stay roaring. All you bitches be boring. Bedtime, snoring. Yeah, my life is a movie, but you cannot play me. Oh, you think it's a game? But I am not playing.
So tell me about that song. How did that song come together?
Top of the morning was like, okay, it was summertime. I'm like, yo, I need to, like, I have stuff to hit everybody with for summer, but I kind of just wanted that like hype, that like extra hype, like, okay, yeah, let's go outside and chill, just straight up like type of vibe going on. Sorry, my bad. But that was where I first got the idea of coming up with Top and More, and just like, yo, what do we do? What do we genuinely do like all day? Like from the beginning of the morning, what is our mind on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta rate the deposit. So I'm like, okay, let's write this out. I heard the beat and I wrote whatever I wrote, and then as I was sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, yo, I need a male male voice on this song. And that's when I thought about Supreme Swiss, who's been my homeboy for like years now.
Yeah.
And I know he's like actually fucking shit up down here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Shout out to
okay.
Supreme Swiss.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, I got to get Supreme on the record. And when we came together and I just showed him like the chorus and basically like half of the verse that I had written already, he was just like, yo, like already he's like, yeah, that fed me. Like I want to fuck with it. So he dropped his little parts on it and we just furthermore just pieced together the song.
Right.
And yeah, that's how it came about. So Top of the Morning was Destiny featuring Supreme Swiss.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can. That's on Spotify, with Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon, YouTube. You guys can go check that out.
Dope. Last couple of questions. With you having a track out and having a video out now, it's on YouTube, right? And even from watching your brother out there, right, because he has to deal with all this public scrutiny and stuff like that, right? How do you deal with comments and what we call quote unquote net bangers?
I don't. I don't let that faze me. Honestly, I know my talent. I know my talent so much that I see the comments. I just don't.
You don't engage?
Me.
Yeah.
On top of it, I don't want to sound cocky or nothing, but I don't really get those comments like, yo, this bitch sucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I don't never find myself having to handle or be like a thug on the computer or something like that. Like, yo, what are you saying or nothing like that. I believe in myself way too much.
Dope. Yeah, you've come further than I have. I still be sometimes getting into an hour conversation, sometimes back and forth.
Yeah, I know you can't do that. It'll take so much out of you that you don't need. Like, yeah, there's so many people doing it right now that's what's feeding their base. Like the fact that everybody's on there just, oh my God, this is not like that's what's feeding them. If they use not for them, that's good.
Yeah. Well, what do you have coming up next? Like, what's coming up for the future for Destiny? What's the destiny for Destiny?
I'm just working. We're making sure we have these hits out like almost like every 2 weeks. I'm actually releasing a song tomorrow. It's called Lies.
Okay.
So we're gonna premiere that tomorrow. We're working on the video this week, so I have that sent out to everybody by like the next week or so. So that's my main problem. It's my main project right now. And and then yeah, it's all about just working on the rest of the tracks. Like we have them there.
Right.
We just want to start showing more visuals and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and like packing it up there. So
yeah, getting all your chips in a row before you go ready to go
tomorrow
cash
will be
out.
the drop of Lies, and that song's gonna be fucking dope. So.
Well, definitely looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through.
I thank you, Friday. You're dope.
Thank you, and thanks for the ladies for coming through. Bags of kush and everything. Yeah. It's 6 views, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.